histogram Desmos, and this will come up for you. Okay. So down here, the numbers on the left-hand side are not going to change. The numbers on the right-hand side are what you're going to use for these numbers right here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put in these numbers. Oops. Oops. And over here, I need to obviously put in 18, 19, and 20. Okay. So now, if I look at this, and ignore this right here, I didn't erase the label part. Okay, so you now have a histogram. I am not going to make you print out your notes histogram, but you can up here save a copy and say 12.5 example 1, and it'll save in your making sure that you've signed in to your Google account. And so there we have that. But if I want a box plot using that same information, I went ahead and went to my box plot and put in the numbers already. So, and some of you, yours may not look like mine right here. And that's because I had to go up to the wrench and go ahead and make the Y values between, I think I did 0 and 5 or something, so that you can actually see it. If you notice right here, it says random stuff about your data. And if you bring this down, you'll see that the mean is 61.25. So I'm going to write on here that the mean, remember, it's like that, is 61.25. My median, if I scroll down, it tells you it's 66. Now, be careful here because it says quartile, it does not say quartile, it says quantile, okay, and it gives you these numbers. Be careful on this because it's talking about this being our first one. Our first one is 24. See how that's our minimum, okay? So our minimum is 24. Our quartile 1 is 51.5. Our quartile 2, this is quartile 2, just so you know. We'll even look at it. Oops, I'm going to leave that on. See, quartile 2, so 66. And then, there we go. Quartile 3 is going to be 75.25. And then hopefully we can get that in there. Oh, I might have to get rid of the 66. Then we have our max is 85. Okay. So that's all you have to do in order to do this part. Now, if you were looking for the standard deviation, hopefully you've got it already typed into the box plot. And so we're just going to copy these numbers. Come on, copy the numbers. So you're going to copy these numbers. And hopefully I can come over here to my standard deviation. I went ahead and put in the data for this problem and into the box plot. Now remember, on the box plot, you can come down here and it will give you the information. So I'm going to write this. Oops. So our mean is 13.815. Our median is 12. Remember, when it says quantile 1, that's talking about the minimum. And so that is 0.6. Then quartile 1 is going to be 6.175. Quartile 2 is the median. So quartile 3 is going to be 18.5. And the maximum on this is 46. Okay, so this question is talking about outliers. And so we need to know if there's an, first of all, which one would we use? If we were going to plot this, which one would we use? Well, we would look at the mean and the median first. Okay, we're going to go back. Okay, so the mean is higher than the median. So if I went back a couple pages, the mean, right down here at the bottom, right here, the mean is higher than the median. So that means it's positively skewed, and I would need the 5-number summary. Okay, let's come back to this. Okay, and that's what we did. I went ahead and did it already. Okay, so now we need to find out if there's an outlier. So that means I'm going to take these two numbers and I'm going to subtract them. So 18.5, and I'm going to subtract 6.175. Okay? So 18.5 minus 6.175. And when I do that, I get 12.325. Now, it says that it's 1.5 times the interquartile range. This right here is the interquartile range. That is what I found there. So now what it's doing is taking 1.5 and we're multiplying that by the interquartile range. So I'm going to take 1.5 and I'm going to multiply it by 12.325. So times 1.5. And I'm going to end up with, I'm moving this over, 18.4875. Now, to find out if there is an outlier, I don't know why I made that a Q, did it again. Outlier, it's because we were doing quartiles. I'm going to take the quarter or the quartile 1. This time I actually want a Q. And I'm going to subtract this amount. Okay, then I'm going to take quartile 3 and I'm going to add this amount. To find out if there's an outlier, we want to know if it's bigger, how much bigger it is than quartile 3 and how much smaller it is from quartile 1. So I'm going to take my quartile 1, which is 6.175, and I'm going to subtract 18.4875. And I'm going to take 18.5 and I'm going to add 18.475. So when I do that, I'm going to plug this into the calculator. Minus, and I'm going to get negative 12.3125. There are no numbers up here that are negative. Okay, so there's no outlier on the bottom half. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to add 18.5. And I'm going to get 36.9875. So now let's look up at this data up above. Is there anything higher than 37? Look at this. This number right here is bigger than 37, so 46 isn't. 46 is the outlier of this. Okay, and that's all you would do. Okay. Now, I'm going to put 12.6 with this because we're not doing much difference to this. So all we're doing is a linear transformation. So linear transformation, one or more operations performed on a data set or a set of data that can be written as a linear function. Okay, so I'm not going to read through this right now because I want to actually try it first. So I'm going to take this information, maybe. Come on, there we go. I'm going to take this information and replace it. Oops, oops, oops. Can that go right there? There we go. So I have 8, 11, 3, 6, 15, 3, 5, 7, 14, 3, 5, 4. Okay, so we're going to find the mean. Okay, so from this we have a mean is going to be 7. The median is going to be 5.5. And it wants a mode. What number? Let's see. We have 3, 3, 3. I think it's 3. Mean, median, mode. Then it wants range. So the top number and the bottom number. So the top number is 15. The bottom number is 3. So the range is 12. Now it wants standard deviation. Okay, so in order to do standard deviation, I'm going to take this information up here. Excuse me while I sneeze. I'm going to come over here to my standard deviation. Okay, so now I'm going to come down here. Maybe. I don't know why it's doing this. Okay, so we're going to recalculate. We're going to put in that new. Well, that is definitely not what I wanted. Okay, we're just going to put these numbers in. Comma, 11, comma, 3, comma, 6, comma, 15, 3, 5, 7, 14, 3, 5, 4. And we're going to calculate. Okay, so my mean is 4.04. Okay. Now, this wants us to add, we're adding 6 to it. We're going to add 6 to each one of these numbers. We're going to come down here to the bottom and I'm just going to add 6 to each one of these numbers. Where's my, there it is. So I add 6 to this and I'm going to get 14. add 6, I'm going to get 17, add 6, I'm going to get 9, 12, 21, 9, add 6, 11, add 6, 13, add 6, 20, add 6, 9, add 6, 11, and add 6, 10. And we're going to calculate it and see what happens. Now, okay, so we added 6. Now, I know you didn't see when it actually went through, but this is the standard deviation. Look at that. What do you notice about the standard deviation? It didn't change at all, okay? I'm just going to show you that I did use these numbers right here, okay? So, awesome. Now the mean on this, if you look at this, the mean on this is 13, okay? The mean on that is 13. Now, I don't know if it's going to allow me to do this. I'm going to hit paste. Nope. Don't know what that is. Oh, it still keeps wanting to give me this loom video for some reason. So, we added 6 to each one of these, so 14. I know, I apologize. I'm having to say them again. 17, 9, 11, 21, 9, 11, 13, 20, 9, 11, 10. Okay, so let's look here. The mean, oh, did I add right? 10, 11, 9, 20, 7 would be 13. Let's go from the beginning because I think I did something wrong. Added 6, 9, added 6, 21, 9, add 6, 13, 20, 9, 11, and 10. Okay, I don't know why it's coming out right. Anyway, the mean is basically 13. I think I typed something weird. The median, yeah, I typed something weird. Hold on. If I add 6, that's 14, 17, add 6, 9, 12. Oh, I think I have that in as 11. That's why. There we go. 12. Now let's look at there we go. The mean is 13. The median is 11.5. The mode, well, let's look at the mode. The mode on this would be, it would be 9. And the range, so the top number and the bottom number, the top number is 21, the bottom number is 9, so 21 minus 9, so I get it right, is 12. Okay, so look at this. Added 6, added 6, added 6, stayed the same, stayed the same. So what if I multiplied all these numbers by 4? We're going to multiply them by 4 this time. And I'm going to actually write them down so that I'm not messing it up. So I'm going to come down here and write times 4. So 32, 44, 12, 24. I think it's 80. Nope, 60. Good thing I did it then. Times 4, times 4, times 4. 56. Times 4, times 4, times 4. Okay. So now let me put these numbers in and see what happens. Okay, so now let's look at this. Ooh. Look at that. My mean is 28. My median is 22. My mode, what number is repeated? Is 12. Now, I have to take these numbers and put it into the standard deviation. So, okay, so I've now put the information into the standard deviation calculator, and let's calculate it. Okay, so we get 16.165. And the range is 48 because the highest number is 60. The lowest number is 12, so that gets us 48. So if we look at this, so when we added 6, all of these changed and went up by 6, except for these two. When we added, nothing happened to those. Okay, so we multiply here, we multiply by 4, multiply by 4, multiply by 4, multiply by 4, and multiply by 4. Okay, so that takes us back up to here. So using addition, if you add, then what happens? Okay, the new set of data can be found by adding k to the mean, median, and mode of the original set. If we're talking about measure of spread, though, the range and the standard deviation of the new set will be unchanged. Nothing changes. Now, when we're multiplying, and its constant is greater than 0, the mean, median, and mode of the new set is multiplying by the original statistic by k. The range and the standard deviation can be found by multiplying each by the k. So when you're adding, when you do addition, the only thing that changes are the mean, median, and mode. If you're multiplying, what changes is everything, and it's multiplied by that number.